In about a week, it would be 4 months since I became a bunny mom. I had intended to do week by week videos of the progress, but life got too busy. So, what has happened in the last few months? The snuffle mat I ordered arrived. I don't know if it was the time of day or the location of where I put it, but she went full out beast mode the second I gave it to her. And at first I thought she liked it, but then I noticed she was chewing at the fabric handle instead, and not trying to find the pellets I placed in it. Once I started to see the threads from where she was pulling at it, I took it away. I thought maybe if I cut off the fabric handle and the edging around it, it might make a difference, but it didn't. She still was chewing it and making holes in it. I'm a little disappointed because it took a while for me to receive it after I ordered it, and then to waste the money on for something that wasn't going to serve its purpose. Failure. I finally did see her play with the baby keys briefly, but is it really playing or just moving them out of annoyance? I wish I was recording when it first happened because she picked them up and slowly moved forward to drop them while staring at me as if to say, "I don't want these in my room, Mom." I tried to recreate it to get it on video, but this is as close as I got. And back to me still wondering if she has enough enrichment. I started putting her pellets inside that blue cat treat ball so that she has to work into getting them, and she's figured it out. One day she actually managed to remove the plug and empty the whole thing. I also purchased the stackable cups for babies that I see a lot of recommendations for in the rabbit community, and she interacts with these the most. I either put treats in them as they are nested together, or stack them up as a tower, and without fail, she plays with them even if they are empty. This one is a success. Next, I wanted to make her a dig box because I noticed she likes to dig at the fleece blanket, which I also had to remove because she started making holes in it. And I tried it with shredded paper, but she didn't have any interest. Then I bought some sand for a sandbox, but once I poured it and read the bag, I'm not so sure it's a good idea. At least not this particular type of sand. It says natural, but just running it through my fingers felt like glass, and I don't want her getting scratched or her bum infected from the coarseness. So I have to come up with something else for digging. Next, I lowered the shelf in the hopes that it would be low enough for her to utilize since she loved her shelf at her dad's house, but she still has not jumped on it. The closest thing she did was to peek up over to see if anything was on it, but no attempt to hop up. And I've also seen her get on the second floor of her mansion, but hasn't used it to get on the shelf. I even bought a smaller wooden hidey house with a ramp to see if that would help her get up there, but she only wants her mansion, so I wasted $60 for that. In the beginning, when I was near the cage, she wouldn't come out of her mansion, but if I opened the door, she'd peek out and only come out halfway because she's expecting me to have treats, which I do, but she'll take it and eat it back in her mansion. She definitely loves fresh banana, and I wish I could give her the whole thing based on how eager she is to eat it, but it's really not good for her because of the sugar content, so I have to hold back. But now, 4 months later, when I walk by, she races to the side of the cage, puts her paws on the horizontal bars while pushing her snout through the opening, wanting me to give her treats, and doesn't hide anymore. As for the greens, it's hit or miss. Sometimes she eats it, sometimes she doesn't. I've tried turnip greens, mustard greens, escarole, green leaf lettuce, romaine, kale, and arugula. She liked the turnip greens once, but then wouldn't eat it again. Same for the mustard greens. She didn't even try the arugula, and I don't blame her because I tried it myself because I've never had it before, and I can understand why she had no interest in it. She loves cilantro. As for herbs, I stopped buying them because she'd eat it once, but then wouldn't eat it for the rest of the week, so it's wasteful. And the way I store the greens now so they don't spoil so fast is I'll group up a pile, wrap them in paper towels, and put that roll into a zip bag, and I only wash them when it's about to be served. It's been working pretty well. There's no wilting or having to throw anything out except for the ones I just mentioned that she refuses to eat. So then I was thinking maybe I need to get her more stuff to chew on that's safe since she tore the heck out of that mat. So I bought these apple orchard sticks. Guess what? She wiggled her nose, retracted away from it, and it's still sitting untouched. I can't say I blame her because even when I was holding it, I was wondering if these things are real. I then bought bamboo sticks to try next, and she has chewed on them occasionally. Next thought was maybe she didn't venture out past the mansion because the floor is too smooth. That snuffle mat would have provided some traction, but since she told me how she felt about it, I thought maybe a grass mat would work, and it would be safer if she chewed it. Well, I tried it, and that thing was destroyed in 5 minutes. Is this what they mean when they say rabbits are expensive because you buy them something and it's gone immediately? My next attempt was to put a sisal rug in there, and it was working really well, but fast forward to now, and she started chewing on the end of it, and since I don't know what fiber it's sewed with, it looks like nylon, I had to throw it out because I don't want her ingesting things that aren't natural. I'm planning on crocheting a jute mat for her to replace it, so if she chews it up, it will be okay, and I can keep making new ones. What I can't do is keep spending $20 to replace mats that aren't safe for her whenever she decides she wants to chew on them. And I was still thinking about her hay consumption, so I bought this freestanding hay holder because I still wasn't sure if she was eating enough hay or not, so I figured this would help me gauge it better. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. Sometimes she eats from it, sometimes she doesn't. It seems like she eats more hay when I put it in a bowl instead. But I also tried using the strawberry bag again because I spent money on it. I need it to be used. And I guess I finally picked the right spot for it because she does eat from it now when she didn't before. So I'm glad about that. She still didn't come out of her cage when I left the door wide open for the first few weeks, and I really wish she wasn't so attached to her mansion because it really takes up a lot of her space in the cage. But I tried a cardboard box and she was very unsettled about it. I bought a taller exercise pen so that I could leave the door open all day when I'm not there, but she only goes in there if I'm in there on the floor waiting for her to come out or at night when I'm sleeping. Currently, she's still not a bunny that actively seeks to be petted, but I'll sneak a few in when I'm near her. And she has also started to lick me, which I didn't know rabbits did, but that tells me she's getting comfortable. As for her health, a few weeks ago I was cleaning up all the loose hay from her space, and I'm not sure if she was having stomach issues or was just stressed from me cleaning and rearranging her area, but it was a good 3 full days where she wasn't interested in leaving the mansion or eating the fresh greens. But she was still using the litter box like normal, so I was worried, but not as worried as I could have been if she wasn't pooping at all. But eventually her normal behavior returned. However, currently I'm observing her again because even though she's acting normal, I noticed one pile of her poop looked coated in Vaseline, and I've never seen that before. I think it's because I was giving her too many treats the past couple of days. It's hard to tell her no when she's so excited to receive them. I stopped giving her everything except for hay, and the next day the poop was fine. But then I gave her a small piece of freeze dried banana, and her next poop had small amounts of mucus in it. So it's back to just hay for further observation. And as of right now, the poop looks fine, but I still haven't given her treats or pellets. So for the last 4 months, I've learned having her is definitely different than when I had other pets. I love that she uses her litter box. I love watching her play when she does. I wish I could pet her more. I wish I knew if something was wrong, but they don't make noise or show any signs of sickness because of being prey animals. They are good at hiding it. The hay gets all over the place. I wish I understood the chewing. Like you could have something in there for 3 months and now all of a sudden they want to destroy it. And then spending the money to figure out what they're going to like or waste money if they don't like it. But I love her, and I'll keep trying my best to keep her alive as long as possible. Okay, bye.